It's a great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to SimWorld Today. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me is my co-host for the morning, Rick Blaze. Good morning, man. How you doing?
Yes, sir. What's going on, B Run? I'm happy to be here. It's early morning fun. Let's get right to the fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's jump right into things, shall we? The SWBA trade deadline is approaching. We're getting to the point in time in the season where teams are starting to figure out, what do we need to do to make the playoffs? What kind of things we need to do to make the playoffs if we are, a middle of the road team looking at a playoff spot? Or, what do we need to do to shore up some things to try to make a deep playoff run in certain situations? Or there's a third option of, look, we're out of the race, there's no chance for us to really kind of get back into things. What can we get rid of? So let's talk buyers and sellers this morning, Rick Blaze, in terms of SBBA for the playoff race, and playoff and trade deadline.
Yeah. I think if we're talking about buyers, I'm gonna go with my hometown pick and say the Houston Rockets, baby. We are buyers right now. We're building something really nice down there in Houston. We got a bunch of young guys, probably looking to get a couple of young guys out of there to get some veterans going on. But we're looking to make the playoff. The coach want to make the playoff this year, and we're looking to make some noise. So I think we are buyers. As far as sellers, I have a question to you, B. Ryan. Is the Lakers
Yeah.
right now? Are they sellers? Or buy? I
I
feel like they're more sellers than buyers
and
right now,
see
right?
and I have them in my list for buyers because
Really?
they're 27 they're 27 to 25, there's a few spots in there that they can make up, sure, but I have them as buyers right now. They're on a 3-game win streak right now. They're playing good basketball in terms of, winning right now, which is good. But I think that with a few more pieces in there, you can try to make a playoff run with LeBron still there too. If LeBron's still there, that gives you a good chance, in my opinion.
You
Try to
always
get him
you
some
always
more
buying
help
LeBron's
around him.
there, huh?
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
makes
as long
sense.
as he's there, I feel like
I
you have a
agree.
chance.
I agree. You know who
Uh,
who are sellers right now? Who I think should be sellers? The Chicago Bulls. Free my
I had
man
them on
Zach
here on there
Levine,
too,
man.
yeah.
Please. Let Zach
Yeah.
Levine go somewhere where he can show his skill set, bro. Zach Levine is a problem. He can be up there with Anthony Edwards of the world if you get a chance. So man, let my man Zach Levine go, man. Free Zach Levine is what I'm talking about for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are also a team that, are
Warrior
sellers,
sell it. Mar
and,
don't let Marsh hear you
I
say that.
know,
Marsh is gonna
I
have
know,
a field day
that's
in the threads today, B Ryan.
he
You starting some
well,
more
listen.
bets now, B Ryan.
And I say that because I mean, yeah, right now they're 22, 25, 22 and 25. They are not that far out that eighth spot, obviously. But um I don't I'm not sure about they haven't looked consistent like I'm used to seeing them look over the last few seasons.
Mhm.
So for me, that's enough of a problem to where it's like, what's going on here? Why are we not performing the way that you should be performing, in my opinion? So
I got a hot
maybe
take,
maybe
B Ryan.
you maybe you get rid, maybe you trade Clay away,
Yeah.
for some pieces, that kind of thing. But yeah, well, go ahead, hot take, go ahead.
This is my hot take. I was gonna say I think they need to trade Clay. And
Okay.
I think Golden State can be sellers and buyers. They can sell off
Yeah.
Trey and get some good pieces and become buyers
Mhm.
as far as the team actually being competitive again. I think you can get some good pieces for Trey. I'm sorry for Clay Thompson, assuming you don't just accept draft picks. So
Right.
I think Golden State is in a unique situation. We know I don't have to say much about Golden State. Marshall's going to give us all we need to get on
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm sure about
Yeah.
these. Once he sees this, he's going to give
Right.
us an ear for. He's going to give us a dissertation in the comments. So I'm just going to wait on that. Thanks,
That
Marsh, in advance.
that's fair, that's fair. Well, look, you mentioned your hometown team being buyers. Mine, the Wizards, are obviously sellers. They're living in the cellar this season, so you may as well, try to sell what you can, as well. They're not doing anything. I don't know, like, what you
You're
can
right.
really.
You got to tell the people who your team is, just in case they don't know where you're from
Yeah,
and who your
yeah.
team is.
The Washington Wizards. I'm
Yeah,
Washington
man.
Wizards. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Nine
man.
nine and 41, man. Like, we're not as bad as the Pistons, but you may as well be.
B-Run,
Yeah.
I now regret, B-Run, I told you to say that out loud. I shouldn't have told you to say the Washington. I should have just left it as if you don't know, you don't need to know. B-Run, I apologize.
Nah,
I shouldn't
it's
have
all
made you
right.
say that out loud in
That's
front of everybody to hear it.
perfectly okay. I'm perfectly okay with owning that that they're my team now. I don't know if you heard. Quick aside here. I don't know if you heard, but they're slowly moving to Virginia sometime soon, perhaps
So
maybe.
how do you guys feel about that? Do y'all like are y'all disappointed or you like good riddance? Y'all was no good anyway. How do y'all feel? What are the Washingtonians? Am I saying that right? The Washingtonians? Did I just make that up?
I'm in Maryland, so I don't know what they call them over there. but
Okay. So
but
what's the consensus about that?
so as far as consensus, I don't know about I don't from everything I've heard, most people aren't fans of it and they don't really understand it, the move, especially when you consider the fact that where they're moving to in Virginia, the location isn't great
Mhm.
because it's apparently like by a train station or something like that, and that's a whole added layer of like parking and it sounds like a mess in general. But so yeah, I don't
Mm,
know, man. I'm not a fan of it either personally. I don't like it is what it is. But one more buyer that I have on my list, believe it or not, might surprise you maybe, but the Celtics. Yeah, they're in
mm,
first place
okay.
right now, and that's cool. But like, you can always do more. Maybe you get some depth pieces in there for your
Interesting.
player,
And I hear
perhaps.
that Malcolm Brogdon is not really happy with his role with the team right now. So there
Mhm.
could be something there. It's possible.
Yeah. And do you
It's
have any other
possible.
buyers or sellers? Any other
Um,
ones that come to mind for you?
if I'm the Timberwolves, I'm buying just because Anthony Edwards is there. I need to try to get him the best team around so he can stay around. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Try to keep him around as long as you possibly can. As long as you possibly can, because he's good, man. I like his game a lot.
He's
I
the
feel
truth.
like
He's the next one
he
up.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, next one up, man, might become a little bit sooner for the potential Super Bowl winners. We'll save our prediction. Well, we can get the predictions a little later, but
Let's get into
Andy
it. Yeah,
Reid.
of course.
Andy Reid. So I want to talk about Andy Reid first because this is the bit that I have here.
Mhm.
Uh, this is another Super Bowl where Andy Reid and the Chiefs have a chance to win it. They're playing the 49ers this coming Sunday in the Super Bowl. Uh, I wanted to have it be a will Andy Reid retire, but instead of going in the direction, I want to do a should. Should Andy Reid retire if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this Sunday?
I think so. Yes, I think he's gonna retire no matter what happens Sunday. To be honest with you, I think he's had a good run. But I can tell from my opinion from his body language when the person asked the question, his
Mhm.
body language said everything that needs to be said. Like, hey, I'm not gonna address that right now. We focus on the game. But
Yeah,
I'm
today's
not
not the
saying
day.
it's
Yeah.
not true. Yeah, at the end of the day, and he's like I said, he had a good run. Like my mom used to tell me, every party got to come to an end. So kudos to Andy Reid. But I think
Mhm.
he's saving his last dance for Sunday, and I think his party coming to an end after that.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly feel like you do in that regard. He's had a good run, and he's done a lot of great things both in Kansas City and with the Eagles when he was with Philadelphia.
Hmm.
Excuse me. But I do think that yeah, it's time for it to come to a close. This chapter of his book should come to a close. I mean, and going out on top if they were to do so, that would be the perfect storybook ending, if you will.
Yeah.
Everybody loves those storylines. Win it one last time for the coach in charge, and he goes out on top into the sunset and all that business. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think whether he wins or not, I think his career and his legacy has been cemented, right? So I don't think it's a bad look on Andy Reid, no matter how this thing plays out. He's definitely done a lot for both those franchises, and much love. I'm kind of talking as if he's already a foregone
Yeah,
conclusion,
we're
but
already getting there, right?
uh, yeah, yeah. Just I'm already getting my pleasantries out the way right now, man. Just shout out to Andy Reid and much love to him and whatever he decides to do or not do in this next venture, man. So
Right,
yeah, for sure.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, so let's talk about the game though a little bit. Since you will not be on tomorrow's show with me, so I do want to talk predictions for the game
Yeah.
for Sunday. Who do you think is going to
Well,
win from that game? Yeah,
unlike
what do you got?
my compadre Elava, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this thing. Patrick Mahomes is the closest thing I've seen from a guaranteed quarterback position since Tom Brady. In
Mhm.
Mahomes, you trust. There's no league, there's no situation that seems insurmountable for. I think I messed that word up, but anyway, there's no leader or situation that he can't seem to bring his team back from. You don't bet against Mahomes the way I've lost a lot of money betting against Tom Brady. So I don't make that mistake again because I've learned my lesson. I'm going Chiefs as long as they got Patrick Mahomes.
Same. I'm also picking the Chiefs. I really didn't want either of these teams in here, obviously, but if I have to pick one, I'm gonna take the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes is inevitable, like Marsha said a while
He's
back.
inevitable. He's like
Y-
Thanos. He's inevitable.
yeah, yeah, can I can't I learned not to bet against Tom Brady, and I can't do it against Patrick Mahomes either. I can't do it. I
It
will
took me
not
a
do
long time, B-Ron, to learn that lesson. It took me a long time to learn that lesson about Tom Brady. Too long of a time. I wasted too much money.
And that's fair. Well, look, we got one more for the road, Rick. Southeast Select and Gulf Coast Lockdown played last night in the
Yeah.
game of the week, and that game, for the most part, really honestly, it didn't disappoint. It was a very competitive game. Let's get into it here a little bit and talk about it. So we got some highlights here in the first quarter. You got Dexter Jackson with a huge block in from the defensive end. And then here you go, second quarter. Kai Killens going to work here. He's gonna take a mid-range step back
That's
jumper and get it to
tough.
fall.
That's
Tough
a
shot,
tough
right?
jumper,
Put him
bro.
up 22-21 in the
That's
third
clutch.
here. More Gulf Coast here. Aiko Kasai with a little spin move
Nice.
over two defenders. No need to worry about that one. But of course, final thing here, fourth quarter. Keandre Baldridge is gonna go up and get the alley-oop. And
I'm pulling
Southeast
up the boot.
Select, yep, Southeast Select and Coach Brett Lee got the win over Gulf Coast Lockdown in the game of the week last night, and that was a phenomenal game for Coach Brett Lee and them. But I want to play a little game of true or false with you, Rick, this morning for this
Let's do it.
topic. True or false? Coach Lee saved his job with the win over Gulf Coast.
That would be. I take false for 200, B-Run. Because I'm someone please describe to me. Let me know when his job was in jeopardy. I missed that memo. I missed the memo when a guy who's been to two back-to-back final championship games, all of a sudden job becomes in jeopardy. Someone please wake me up and tell me I'm Tony Williams and I'm just dreaming. Because I don't understand what y'all talking about. That's completely false. His job has to be in jeopardy before he can save his job in the first place.
Look, man, I'm just all the rumors have been going around talking about how he's been on the hot seat and players have wanted
Those
to
are
change,
hemorrhoids,
not
B-Run. That's just
not from
hemorrhoids. They
not from
mean
this.
hemorrhoids, they meant hemorrhoids, B-Run. They didn't mean literally. They meant hemorrhoids. He had hemorrhoids. That's what they mean by hot seat, B-Run. Y'all misinterpreted my man. He had
Is that what it
hemorrhoids.
is? I don't know, man. Look, I'm just reporting on what I see here. So you say no. Well, you say false, which is fair.
No.
I agree with you. I don't think. I think we're a little bit jumping the gun in terms of Coach Lee possibly being fired or anything like that. I'm not ready to go down that road yet. I'm not ready to do that with Coach Lee. He's still got some leash over there for me. If I'm ownership, if I'm, you got to realize, look, this is a team that's been to the championship game twice. Gotta figure it out, and they'll get
Yeah.
there though in time. They'll get there in time.
Now I will say, B-Run, there are some coaches that do deserve to be fired, but Coach Lee isn't one of them.
Fair enough. Well, look, we can save that for another day because producers in my ear saying we got to get out of here. We appreciate you all watching and listening as always. SimWorld today, and look, remember do all the things you usually do. Don't forget, hit the like button on the video. Or you're already here watching it. You already made it
Please.
this far. Obviously liked it. Hit the like button. Let us know. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can know when all of our videos and streams and shows go live for you. And remember, you guys, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll
And
see
be
you
the
tomorrow.
game.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sport.